Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you joining me for the first time, my name is Tina, also known as Too Tall Tina, and today I am building the worst house ever. I'm just kidding. The house turns out like amazing. It's probably one of the coolest houses I've ever built, but I hate myself for deciding to try to do this build. I found this really cool floor plan online, and I don't know why I thought it would be a good idea to do a house that's like 85% diagonal walls. I wanted to name the house the Octagonal Monstrosity or the Octagonal Nightmare, because diagonal walls were not my friend in this build. But like I said, it turns out super cute. Right now, I have the beginnings of it going on. I started out on the Cacti Castle lot. However, I decided after getting 2 hours worth of footage done that I wanted it to be bigger. And apparently, I don't know how to make an octagon bigger easily. It didn't help that I already had half of the things decorated, so it didn't make sense while I was trying to move walls around, so I literally started the entire house over again. Because I love you all, and I think that you deserve the best. The best of the best of the best. Anyways, so I'm continuing to play around with it, but eventually I move it to the lot, which is the land grab lot. And plus, the land grab lot's got amazing views, so, why would you not want to be there? The whole backyard, looks off of a cliff into the desert. So I figured if you're gonna have this crazy house, you might as well have some crazy views. So, yes. And that should happen right about now, maybe, perhaps? Yeah, I believe that we're now on the land grab lot. And I didn't start recording from the beginning, otherwise it would have just been on the land grab lot from the beginning. Though I don't know what the name of the land grab lot is. I should probably look that up, but it's a 50 by 50 lot. It was huge, so I had enough room to be able to decorate this house to its full capacity. The house looks as grand as it should for such a weird floor plan. However, I also had a lot of yard left over because it's such a weird shaped house. There's nothing behind it. So I had to fill up the rest of a 50 by 50 lot, and I don't know if I did a good job on that. You'll have to let me know. Make sure you leave a comment down below if I did an okay job. Plus, landscaping in the desert is so weird. I don't know. I used a lot of stuff. I feel so bad. I used a lot of stuff from Jungle Adventure, and the whole time I'm thinking this would cost them a fortune in irrigation. So, probably not a very eco-friendly lot, which is the opposite of what everybody else is building right now. They're yeah, we got eco-lifestyle. We're gonna build eco-friendly houses. Well, I don't have eco-lifestyle quite yet. So, yeah, this house is not very eco-friendly. All the sprinklers going on all the time to be able to maintain all of this lusciousness. But anyways, so I wanted to talk about something going on in the community. Not the big thing going on in the community, we will get to that. But first, one of the things that I want to talk about, I find it really strange that I've said this on multiple occasions, I'm just super friendly. Really, in the worst way, I'm a very, very friendly person. And probably one of the worst things about me is the fact that I do want to be the best, but I also want everybody else to be the best. And don't even start thinking about oh, it's a participation award person. That's not it at all. If it's a competition, I will kick your butt. However, if it's just like everything in life. Like this Sims is not a competition, well, unless you're watching Sparked, but The Sims is not a competition. We're all out there trying to make the best content that we can, and I want to be the best, I want you to be the best, I want everybody to be the best, and have a really good time. Like, they're not ranking, Sims speed build YouTubers by, I don't know what standards you would even rank people by. So I just want everybody to be awesome. And I want to be awesome. So yes, I guess you could say that I'm super nice, because if you share something really cool on Twitter or on the Facebook groups, I'm going to retweet it, or I'm going to share it, or I'm going to comment on it and be like, this is so cool, you're awesome. Because you probably are. That's a thing with me. Like, I don't know. It makes me feel weird. It's like receiving a compliment where they're like, oh my god, you're so talented, and you just have to like stand there and be like, thank you, I don't know. So when people are like, you are so nice, I'm like, okay, I don't know. Anyway, so I said, we should talk about the big thing in the community right now. Obviously, all of these game changers, they're coming out, and they are finally taking a stance on the skin tones in The Sims. And I have to put in my 2 cents. This is what I have to say about it. Me as a builder, I will say that I feel like I've sort of been blind to the issue. Because most of the time, I spend like 2 seconds in CAS. Like, I jump into the game, I make my sim self, and then I start building, and I never touch CAS again. So I didn't even realize that there was a problem. And that's an issue. I can say that I'm as open-minded as I'd like, but, I'm not perfect. I don't always see that there's a problem. So, thank you to the people in the community who have brought so much light to the issue, who are pointing out exactly where the problems are and exactly how they could possibly be fixed. Because, if it wasn't for you guys, like, I would never have noticed, because I don't build in CAS. In that, if it doesn't sound like an excuse, I don't want it to sound like an excuse. I don't build Sims, I just build houses. So, that's my 2 cents in it. Honestly, like, The Sims 3 had a really great system. Like, I've watched a ton of the videos on it, and like the where you could choose like the skin undertone and then use the slider. That was a great system for being able to build a sim that looked like you. And that's what The Sims is all about. And I don't ever want to like trash talk The Sims, because it's been around for 20 years. I've been playing The Sims for most of that time, and to me The Sims is like that, like a security blanket. Like, even if you step away from The Sims for a few months or even a few years, you know that it's still gonna be there, and it's still gonna be something that you enjoy when you come back to it. Like, I still have a whole drawer full of The Sims 3 and all of the expansion packs and stuff that came with it, because The Sims is a security blanket for me. And now joining into the community where it's like all of the like amazing creators who are out there in the world, everybody is so awesome that the community has become like a security blanket. So like, if I know I'm having a bad day, obviously I still work and such. And if I'm not having a great day, I know that I can jump into the community and there's going to be people who are just being awesome and super sweet and just really cool people. And, that's what The Sims is like for me. So, thank you to the people who have pointed out what the issues are, bringing it to the attention of people like me who were just, not paying attention at all. And, it's something that needs to be fixed. I don't know what else there is to say about that. Let's talk about this build. So, yeah, diagonal walls, man. This thing is a monster of a house. It is the craziest house I've ever tried to build. And I've put houses on cliffs, and I've put houses underwater. So for me to say the house is crazy is saying something. And it's all to do with these diagonal walls. Never will I ever build a house with this many diagonal walls again ever in my life. I'm saying that now. Don't hold me to it, because there may come a day where I'm like, oh my god, look at this floor plan, I have to do it. But I'm stating that right now, at least for like the next, I don't know, foreseeable future, I never want to see another diagonal wall again. It's like most of the decorating was not difficult with diagonal walls. It's the cabinets. Oh my gosh. The cabinets were such a pain. Like, some of the base cabinets would click into place and it would be awesome. But then the upper cabinets, they were always clipping either too close together or too far apart. So all of the upper cabinets I had to place by hand. And that was awful. It was just awful. Don't try this at home, kids. That's what we're gonna say about this. Don't try this at home. So because everything was like a weird shape and I wasn't sure how things were really gonna fit into the house, my idea was I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna place all of the large furniture first. So you saw, like, you know, everything's basically already decorated, and then I went back in and added like the decor items to the house. So, like, you know, I went through all the plants and added plants everywhere, because who would I be if it wasn't for books and plants and books and plants and books and plants? What? Because that's who I am. You know this. Like, somebody started a hashtag books and plants. That's me. I didn't start it. Somebody started it, but it's about me. I don't know. I'm not terribly tech savvy. But then, like, I would have little issues with, like, lighting. I'm sure you saw it on the countertops in the bathroom, and then when I went to try to hang like the wall succulents, I think they came with seasons over the bed in the teenage boys' room. I mean, the teenager's room. It could be a girl. I don't know. There's just very muted colors in there. But when I went to put it up on the wall, it was like completely shadowed over. And I don't know why maybe it was because it was on a diagonal wall. I don't know. And like for half a second, I thought, you know, Tina, if you had just built the house turned just a little bit so that the front door was on the diagonal, then the rooms would have been in straight lines. But then I remembered, you can't put stairs on a diagonal. So, this was obviously the best way to build the house. It was a pain, and it took forever. I think this house took, including the first 2 hours that I didn't use. Oh, Tina. Oh, I have problems. But including that, this house took me 8.5 hours. But it's one of those things, like, when you get really excited about a floor plan or an idea, then it doesn't seem like it takes 8.5 hours. Like, that time can just, like... Oh, that was a bad snap. Hold on. Just go right on by. I don't know if you could hear that snap. Yeah, my snaps are not going very well right now. I don't know. I don't know why I felt like I needed to snap. Anyways, so obviously I didn't picture like the land grabs here. There's people who know like all of the folklore and everything about The Sims, and like I know the names of a lot of the Sim characters, but I don't know their stories. So it's not like I built this for the land grabs. I just built it on their lot. I kicked them out. So in my head, this was obviously a fairly wealthy family. This house does end up being pretty expensive. I didn't look to see exactly how much it was. I know before I started most of the landscaping outside, it was already at like 150,000 simoleons. So this is probably in the range of like 180 to 200,000 simoleons. So it's a pretty you gotta be really wealthy to live here. But I pictured, parents. I pictured an older boy, but you could really put either one. And then I pictured two younger girls. sleeping in one room together. I don't know. Like, I pictured them both being, like, very girly. Like, there's the flamingo on the wall, and, like, I don't know. The decorations felt very girly to me. And then I pictured that the other room was someone who, like, played video games and was kind of into, like, the desert plant life. I don't know. I feel like we need more plant decor that's not plants. Like, obviously, Realm of Magic came with the picture frames that had like all of like the butterfly and like the flora and the fauna on it, but the frame on it is so like weirdly ornate, so I don't want to use it for a build like this. If it came in a normal frame, I probably would have used all of them. It would have worked perfectly for the idea that I had in my head. But the ideas that I have in my head are always insane. So and I don't know, this build was a lot of work, but I feel like it was so worth it. Like, the way that this turns out, I was like, oh my gosh, I think the exterior looks so cool. I think the shape of it is so unique. I struggled with doing like the landscaping because I didn't want to make I didn't want to like use the terrain paint and make all of the grass green. Like you probably saw earlier on that I tried to do that, and it looked weird because the grass just stops when your property line stops, and I don't like that. So like I'm not good at landscaping the desert. I don't know. That's about to start anyway, so we're gonna like jump outside as I like try to start figuring out how I'm doing the exterior. And I built like this little gazebo off to the side, like closer to where the parents can walk out of their bedroom, and I did a little outdoor kitchen and a seating area, and I thought that was just like super cute. And I did like a really ornate pergola on top of it. I was like, oh, I'm getting fancy with that low-lying fence over here, aren't we? I think it's not called a low-lying fence. I think it's called the Smooth Keeper, which is a weird name for a fence. The Smooth Keeper. I don't know. I'm weird. And then I did like a huge pool, because obviously they live someplace that's super hot, so you need a huge pool. I need a pool. And if it didn't cost such an exorbitant amount of money, we would have a pool. Because where I live, it's stupid hot all the time. And I also did a second little like covered area on the other side of the yard where, I don't know, I thought it would be cool to have like an outdoor fireplace and like a bar. I don't know. I struggled with like the landscaping on this so much. It was not my favorite thing, but the house was so cool. We'll keep coming back to that. The idea of this house was super cool. So if you want to download it and fix my landscaping, please do that and tag me in it. But yeah, and the landscaping took me forever. Like my plan for today is Saturday. I normally upload on Sunday mornings. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go home. I'm going to finish the landscaping. It shouldn't take me very long. And then I'll be able to start editing, and it's going to be awesome. That was 5 hours ago, guys. That's how... Oh my gosh. Yeah, so it took me an extra 2 hours to finish the landscaping on this house because I'm a crazy person. And I couldn't figure out how to do the landscaping. And like I said, I did like a lot of the jungle adventure stuff. It makes 0 sense, but I did it. That's what I did. And then like I tried to use like all of like those pavers. They came with Get Together, I think. Yeah, and like for some reason they're like stone pavers, but they're in the rugs. I don't know why. But anyway, so the rug stone pavers to try to like line the areas where there was the grass, and then like leading out to the second covered area. And I don't know. I tried to make it work. You know, you guys gotta let me know if I attempt to do something and I don't succeed at it, because you know, most of the Sims for me is an experiment. I'm like, what can Tina get away with today? What I'm gonna make out like a bandit. I don't know. Weird sayings, people. Weird sayings. And so I decided that there needed to be more greenery in the backyard, and so I made like little, I don't know, more of the smooth keeper to fence off corners of the yard, and then put grass there and sprinklers and irrigation and more money and like filled it with plants, and I feel like it kind of helped the exterior. Maybe it helped the exterior. And then like this is where I start working on that other gazebo, and I thought that the second gazebo area looked kind of cool. I don't know, I really like the fireplace that came with Jungle Adventure, and I feel like it suited this build really well. And I had ended up changing the color of the one on the inside, but I like the original, like the white stucco with the blue tile and the red, so I wanted to use that one on the outside. And I feel like that's a very, like a traditional thing to have a fireplace outside. Maybe not here where I live, but I think it's cool. I don't know. I also kind of imagine like a pizza oven. Like somebody made a brick oven for a pizza. Maybe I should use that and do like a pizza build. No, that'd be insane. That'd be insane, Tina. I've already got the challenge coming up that I have to do with Aria Faye. If you haven't checked out the video where I challenged her, you absolutely should. And she challenged me back. I've already looked at the items, and it's gonna be fun. And obviously university starts soon, so I've got to go back to classes, so I'm not going to be able to upload quite as much, but like I said, I promise to at least get one video up every week. That is the goal, is one video a week while I'm in classes. So, I can't be adding a pizza place to the list of things that I need to do, right? That would be insane. But, so, we are getting very close to the end here, so these are the things that I want to say to you. First of all, I hope you have a wonderful day. Like, the best day ever. 1 out of a billion. The score is obviously a billion because it's the best day ever. If you're not having the best day ever, find me on Twitter, message me, and I will say something to make you smile, because that's the person that I am. I want to know that you're having the best day ever. Next thing I'm going to say, if you like this video, give me a big ol' thumbs up to let me know that you liked it. If you would like to see more content from me, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notifications, all that jazz, and I will see all of you next time. Bye!